Hello, I hope you're doing well. My name is Tabi and I want to welcome you back to this channel. So, today I felt like I wanted to inspire you on how you can get a job remotely, especially if you are a beginner. Probably you have worked in the corporate space, in an environment where you had to go to the office, or you are a university student, or somebody who is getting into the work environment and you want really to work remotely and you do not have an idea of where you can begin. So, today I want to inspire you and encourage you that it is possible to get a job and work from home as you raise a family, as you take care of your loved ones, or as you do other things. So, I began this journey right after the pandemic. I felt like because more and more companies are looking for remote employees, I could begin to look into getting into the remote workspace. So I have several years experience in customer service in the shipping industry. I have experience in HR. I have also skills and qualifications in HR, so I felt confident that I could get a job quickly, especially to work remotely, because at that time I was also recuperating from a road accident that I had had that had left me with severe injuries. So for me, remote work was the only possible choice because there was no way I was going to go back to office work while I was recuperating because I had been severely injured. So, what did I do? I went on to Google and did my search. I went into LinkedIn, did my search, and applied to various roles that were available that I felt like would be a great fit. Unfortunately, I didn't get these roles, but what I got is experience on how to apply to these opportunities and whatever skills I needed to upgrade so that I will be competitive in the job market, especially remote uh, job market. Because when you decide to go and look for a remote job, be aware that there's so many people around the world who are looking for the same opportunities, so it is highly competitive, especially because many people around the world have now opened up their minds into getting into remote workspaces. So, what I did is I took several courses, especially virtual assistant courses, because I was looking for a job as a virtual assistant. Also, I got skills in using HubSpot. I got other skills that were to upgrade my customer service skills, and I went on searching. The first place I searched also were Facebook groups where I posted on certain groups that I was looking for somebody who would give me a virtual assistant position, especially a volunteer role, so that I'll be able to gain work experience as I worked for them. That is how I met my first client, who later became a friend that I worked for a certain period of time until um, right around late last year when I felt the need to begin a physical business, which I'm still currently running. And I got off of that job with skills on how to use project management tools, and how to just use various tools to manage calendars, to manage emails, and the likes. A virtual assistant gets assigned roles as per what the executive or the business owner wants. So I would get calendar management requests as tasks, and I would get email management requests from the executive, from the business owner, and that is how I honed my skills in virtual assistance. So I went on to look for a role on Upwork as I was building my physical business, but I have not been successful on Upwork so far. So I pivoted into looking for other remote roles in my area of study. As I've told you in the beginning, I went on to look for recruiter roles because I am in HR, which could work for me remotely. So that is what I focused on, especially late last year and early this year. So I landed a role early this year as a recruiter in a tech startup, and that is how I've been working remotely so far. It is an enjoyable role, especially because it is something that I went to school to do and something that I have skills in, because I have had a business in the past still running, but on the down low currently still running. So I have recruited employees in the same company, but also I've not worked for any recruiter yet until I landed this role. So what am I trying to tell you guys? It is possible to find a remote role if you want one. So do not give up, and do not get discouraged by the various rejections that you will get, because I got lots of rejections until I got my 1 year, and I'm still continuing to believe that I will go higher, I will grow in the remote workspace, because it gives me flexibility to be at home, to take care of my own affairs at home, and it gives me the flexibility to run my businesses comfortably, even as I work, because I work for several hours a day. I do not work for 8 hours a day, but a few hours a day. So there is flexibility in this current role, and I am enjoying being a recruiter currently. So you will find me on LinkedIn, you will find me on other places where I can connect with fellow HR professionals and recruiters, where I can also gain knowledge from others who have been in the field longer than I have. And that is how I am honing my skills. So if you're looking for a role this year that gives you the flexibility that you desire, you continue looking, because there are opportunities out there for you, and especially right now, because so many companies are embracing remote work. So what I would advise you to do is to upskill, continuously upskill, so that your skills can be up to date. And if you find any roles that you can volunteer to, please do, because you never know how you will find your first client. If you're a VA, if you're a social media manager, if you're a recruiter like me, probably you want to land a role yourself. But do not shy away from giving your time and skills for free, of course, for a short period of time, so that you're able to focus also on looking for a real job. These jobs are there, they are competitive, but they are available for all of us. That is my inspiring story, and I hope you get inspired to look for a role for yourself this year. Thank you, and see you soon.